What if the toughest moments in your life were actually your greatest teachers? What if every heartbreak, every failure, every setback was shaping you into someone unbreakable? And what if ancient wisdom held the key to mastering your mind in the chaos of the modern world? Do you know that nearly 90% of people will experience at least one major life crisis before they turn 50? That's N 9 out of 10. Think about it. Tough times aren't the exception, they're the rule. They don't ask for permission or knock politely before entering your life. They arrive unannounced, flipping your world upside down. You felt it. We all have. And when you're in the thick of it, when the world feels like it's closing in, the question always comes down to this: how do I keep going? The ancient Stoics asked themselves the same question centuries ago. They lived in chaotic times, surrounded by uncertainty, injustice, and suffering, but instead of drowning in despair, they chose to rise above it. They developed tools, mental frameworks to help navigate life's harshest storms. These tools weren't abstracted theories meant for scholars. They were practical, grounded, and deeply human. The Stoics left us mantras, simple yet profound reminders that serve as guiding lights in life's darkest moments. What makes these mantras so powerful is their simplicity. They don't promise to erase pain, but they offer a way to face it, endure it, and grow from it. Whether you're reeling from a breakup, grappling with career uncertainty, or processing profound loss, Stoic wisdom offers clarity and strength. It cuts through the noise, bring us back to what truly matters. In this exploration, we'll dive into 3 transformative Stoic mantras: Moto Mori, remember you will die; Amor Fati, love your fate; and the dichotomy of control, focus only on what you can control. Each one carries centuries of wisdom, yet their relevance in today's unpredictable world is striking. The Stoics didn't promise an easy life. What they offered were tools to navigate it well and even thrive. So let's take a closer look at these principles and uncover how they can guide us through life's inevitable storms. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss more transformative content. Let's get started. Lesson number 1, Memento Mori, remember you will die. At first glance, this phrase might seem like a grim reminder, a shadowy declaration to remember your mortality. But Memento Mori isn't about despair. It's about clarity and perspective. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, put it best: you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do. And say and think death isn't the enemy. Forgetting to truly live while you're still alive is we waste so much time on trivialities, consumed by fleeting frustrations, distractions, and anxieties. Memento Mori snaps us out of that haze. It's a call to wake up and recognize the gift of the present moment. Instead of seeing it as morbid, think of it as liberating memento. Mori isn't a countdown, it's a compass. It strips away what doesn't matter and focuses you on what does. Imagine how much more alive and deliberate we'd be if we carry this awareness of life's fragility. Take, for example, the endless stress, overwork, deadlines. How many hours have you lost to overthinking or worrying about things that no one will remember a year from now? Memento Mori asks you to pause and reflect. Do I want to spend these precious hours on anxieties that don't serve me, or should I focus on what truly matters? Life is like a sand timer. Every grain that falls represents a moment you've already lived, irretrievable, unchangeable. But the grains on top, that's your future. The catch is, you don't know how many grains are left. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to focus you. Even in ancient Rome, victorious generals were grounded by memento mori during their triumphant parades. A servant would stand behind them, whispering, "Remember, you will die." It wasn't to dampen their success, but to remind them to stay humble, present, and aware. In today's world of social media, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. We get caught comparing ourselves to curated highlights and chasing likes. Memento mori cuts through that noise, pulling us back to what truly matters. Meaningful relationships, personal growth, and passions that ignite our spirit at the end of your life. Will you remember the hours spent scrolling or the relationships and experiences that truly shaped you? Memento Mori asks, if this were my last day, how would I spend it? not in fear but with a commitment to live fully. Let this question guide your decisions. Are you holding on to grudges that drain you? Are you delaying what's important because you think there's always more time? Are you living by someone else's definition of success? Memento mori isn't about fearing death. It's about using its inevitability as fuel to live a life of purpose, intention, and joy. Take action today. Write down 3 things that matter most to you each day. Do one thing that honors those priorities. It doesn't have to be big. Call a friend, saying start a project you've put off, or simply sit in gratitude for what you have. Memento mori whispers, don't wait, don't waste. Every moment is profoundly valuable because life is happening now. Death is inevitable, but a meaningful life is always within reach. Lesson number 2, amorti, love your fate. Life doesn't come with a blueprint. It doesn't seek your permission or respect your carefully laid plans. The job you thought was yours slips away. The relationship you invested your heart into ends without warning. A missed flight, a delayed promotion, or an unexpected diagnosis. These moments can feel like betrayals, as if life itself has turned against you. This is where amor fati comes in. Love your fate. Not just tolerate it, not begrudgingly accept it, love it. Embrace every twist, every hardship, every detour as though you'd chosen it yourself. Friday Nietzsche, one of Stoicism's most profound modern interpreters, summarized the essence of amor. Fati, perfectly my formula for greatness. In a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different. Not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. It's not about denying that hardships hurt. It's about seeing them as essential steps in your journey, raw material for your growth. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. It's the kind that makes your jaw clench and your fingers drum impatiently on the steering wheel. The old you might grumble or succumb to frustration, but with amor fy, you pause and think, this moment is mine. Maybe it's a chance to listen to that podcast you've been meaning to start, or to practice patience. The traffic isn't working against you, it's working for you. Missed opportunities, failed projects, and heartbreak often feel like cruel jokes. Life plays on us, yet amor fati offers a different perspective. That rejection letter it wasn't a door closing. It was a redirection to something better, aligned with your purpose. The relationship that ended. Not a mistake, but a necessary chapter in your personal growth. Amor fati teaches you to trust that even pain carries meaning. Instead of asking why me, ask what is this teaching me. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. In 1914, his factory burned to the ground, destroying years of work and millions of dollars worth of equipment watching. The infernal Edison didn't collapse into despair. Instead, he told his son, go get your mother. She'll never see a fire like this again. He saw the fire not as an ending, but as a beginning. With insurance money and unshakable resilience, he rebuilt, innovating even further. Life's obstacles can be like fires. When a forest burns, it isn't destruction for destruction's sake. It clears space for new growth. Similarly, setbacks, failures, and heartbreaks aren't there to break us. They are there to transform us, feeding our resilience and pushing us to grow stronger. In today's world of social media and constant connectivity, even minor inconveniences feel magnified. A rude email can derail your morning. A detour on your commute might feel like a personal attack, and every misstep can seem amplified by social media's glare. Amor fati invites us to step back and reframe these moments. That rude email is an opportunity to practice great under pressure. The unexpected detour, perhaps it leads you to a beautiful thing you might have otherwise missed. Even the frustrating algorithms of the internet can teach us the value of disconnecting and focusing on what truly matters. The next time life doesn't go as planned, take a deep breath and say, amor fati, not sarcastically but sincerely. Then ask yourself 2 simple questions. What can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Amor fati isn't about pretending that everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that even imperfections have value. Start small. When you're delayed, when plans fall apart, when someone is rude, choose to see these moments not as inconveniences, but as invitations to grow over time. This mindset becomes a habit, and life's challenges feel less daunting. Amor fati is freedom. It frees you from yearning for a life that isn't yours and empowers you to love the life you have with all its flaws, detours, and surprises. When you stop resisting and start embracing, you'll discover that every moment, even the hard ones, is exactly what you need to become the person you're meant to be. That's number 3. The dichotomy of control life often feels like an endless tug of war. On one side, there's what we wish for, the dream job, the perfect relationship, the recognition we think we deserve. On the other side, there's reality, messy, unpredictable, and indifferent to our plans. This constant struggle to control the uncontrollable leaves us exhausted and frustrated. The dichotomy of control. A cornerstone of Stoic philosophy cuts through this chaos with a profound truth. Some things are up to us, and some things are not, as Epicus wisely put it. It is not events that disturb people. It is their judgments concerning them. Peace comes when we focus on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and attitude, and let go of the rest. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It's about directing our energy where it truly matters. Think about it. Worrying about things outside our control is like trying to stop the ocean's waves with your hands. But when you focus on what you can control, you find strength and freedom amidst the chaos. For example, social media can be a major source of stress. The endless opinions, criticism, and comparisons. You can't control how others react to your content, but you can decide how much weight you give their words. Will you let a stranger's opinion ruin your day, or will you remind yourself of your worth and move on? Consider job hunting. You can't guarantee a hiring manager will pick you, but you can control how well you prepare, the effort you put into your application, and how you respond to rejection. The same applies to relationships. You can't force someone to love or respect you, but you can control how you treat them and how you handle disappointment. The dichotomy of control isn't just a philosophy, it's a practice. It's choosing to focus your energy on what you can influence and refusing to be dragged down by what you cannot imagine. The weather. As an example, you can't stop the rain, but you can carry an umbrella, wear a raincoat, or even choose to dance in the downpour. Life's challenges are like the weather, inevitable, often inconvenient, but manageable with the right perspective. A powerful example of this principle comes from Admiral James Stockdale, who endured over 7 years as a prisoner of war during the Vietnam War. In his darkest moment, Stockdale focused not on the cruelty of his captors, which he couldn't change, but on his own actions and mindset. He stayed true to his values under unimaginable pressure. As he said, "You must never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality." This story is a testament to the power of focusing on what you can control, even in unbearable circumstances. The dichotomy of control reminds us to center ourselves on what no one can take away. Our response: we live in an age of constant distraction. Social media algorithms thrive on making us care about things we can't control. The opinions of strangers, the pursuit of validation, and endless comparisons. Consumerism adds to this pressure, convincing us that happiness lies in external things. But the dichotomy of control pulls us back to what truly matters. The effort we put into our work, the kindness we show to others, and the values we live by. Anxiety often stems from trying to control the uncontrolled other people's perceptions, the future, or past mistakes. The dichotomy of control teaches us to anchor ourselves in the present and let go of what's beyond our reach. Here's a simple exercise to try. Write down everything stressing you out, from small annoyances to big worries. Ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, cross doubt and let it go for what remains. Focus your energy there. Life will always have its storms, but by embracing the dichotomy of control, you can learn to navigate them with grace. Letting go of what you can control creates space for what truly matters: your actions, choices, and attitudes. Life's challenges may be inevitable, but how you respond to them is entirely up to you. Tough times will come, that's life's guarantee, but you also will have the power to choose how you face those moments. Memento Mori reminds us that our time here is limited, urging us to embrace each moment fully. Amore. Fatih asks us to love our fate, seeing challenges as opportunities to grow, and the dichotomy of control offers freedom, reminding us to focus on what's within our power. The Stoics weren't superhuman. They had fears and doubts just like us, yet their timeless teachings provide a blueprint for rising above the chaos. Imagine living each day guided by these principles. When life tests, you take a deep breath and remember, this is temporary. This is for me, and I control how I respond. You are stronger than you think. With these tools, memento mori, a more FTI, and the dichotomy of control, you can navigate life's messiness with grace and courage. If this resonated with you and you're ready to explore Stoicism further, check out our YouTube channel for more content on clarity, resilience, and purpose. Let's continue this journey together. Your best self is waiting.